Welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Phatty. Today we're going to make chili, and I will have the ingredients listed on the screen. And I appreciate all of you that watched that the berry smoothie commercial, and also the show, episode 1, and I had a lot of good comments on it, and I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed it. And so we've already added all those ingredients in here, and we're going to stir that a little bit. There's also, we fill the stock pot up about a third of the way with water. This is about a 2.5 gallon to 3 gallon stock pot, I believe. Okay, and I've got some regular ground beef right here. Whoa, dropped a little on the floor there. And I'm browning that, okay, and I like to take and brown that on one side, flip it over a little bit, you know, just like you would anything else, spaghetti or whatever you want, brown and everything. And I put just a tad of salt, maybe a couple rounds with the shaker, a couple rounds with the pepper, a little bit of pepper. And on the back here, I've got some water boiling with just a little bit of salt, about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt in it. And I'm going to put elbow macaronis in there, and that's, let's see here, about a cup is what I usually use. But if you want a little more, that's cool. You can put 2 cups in, depending on how much you like to put in it. I don't like to overdo it on that, but when the chili's all done and simmered and flavored like it's supposed to be, and the meat's added and everything, then you can put a little of that in your bowl. You know, maybe a half a cup of it in your bowl, and it's really good. Some people like it, some people don't. I do. Now, of course, you know, Cincinnati's the home of the 5-way chili, and they've got excellent chili. They put everything in it. I mean, they put it any way you want it. They'll put cinnamon in it, all kinds of crazy stuff, spaghetti, and it's awesome. So, you know, you can experiment and do whatever kind of thing you want to do with it, and, you know, season it to your taste. And a lot of people are saying, well, I know how to do that, or I know how to do that. But we're trying to, you know, focus on things that your average ordinary person might like, but yet they don't really know what to do about it. And we want to make sure they do this right. So we're going to get this boiling here. It's already boiled a little bit, but we're going to turn it up just a hair and stir that about every 2 or 3 minutes so that gets nice and, you know, well done, just soft where you can do it easy and it's not sticky. And this is already simmering. We're going to turn that down a hair. We're going to cover that just a little bit and let that simmer just a hair. Store the flavor rolling in there. So it's just really, you know, doing great things in there, you know. And so I put about 3 cups of onion in there, see? And slice that baby all up real nice. If I don't cut my finger off, hopefully. Cut that baby up real nice. Watch your fingers, folks. You can try this at home. You know, they say, don't try this at home. Well, you can try this at home, but just be careful. Okay? It's not like it's some kind of, you know, it's not like you're blasting a freaking rocket over the Grand Canyon or something. It's just something easy. You know, turn it, you know, whatever. You know, I know a lot of these guys like to make things look complicated, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a lot easier to make. You learn things after a while. Because you got to. Kids got to eat. You want to make sure your kids got plenty to eat. And you learn things. And I learned a lot of things off my mom and my grandma. They were great cooks. You know, I never really thought I'd have to use it a lot. It has come in handy. So I figure, hey, if I can share a little bit of that knowledge with you guys or whatever, hey, it's all good. So there, that hamburger's done, baby. We can shut that off, just chop it up a little bit, just like that. I'm trying to go back here because we only got so much time on YouTube, and hey, you know, if it gets too long, people get bored and tune to something else, and, you know, so we want to try to keep it interesting, keep it short, to the point, and all that good stuff. We appreciate you all watching and viewing our many videos, XYZ files, you know, Mutt the dog catcher. Hey, that's a good one. Mutt the rent collector. Oh boy. But anyhow, and you know, all of our karaoke videos, you know, where we do old songs and brush them up and all that good stuff. That's pretty good. I don't want it too fine, but I want it fine enough that it's going to be able to. Hang on one second. I'll get a drainer here. Any kind of colander or drainer you got is good. Take that meat in there. You want to try to get as much of that old fat off there as you can, because nobody needs extra fat, especially these days. And you know, it'll help everybody that watches Dr. Oz and all them dudes. Not Ozzy, but you know, the other dude that tells you how to be you know, all this stuff. I saw him on there the other day dealing with these Italian ladies, and you know, I didn't think they was that fat, but you know, I guess if he thinks they need to lose some weight and be healthy, well, then more power to him, man. That's what he gets paid for. So it's all good. Okay. So basically we've got the hamburger in there, we've got the onion, we've got the tomato, we've got the beans, we've got the seasonings, we've got a little water. Like I said, I'll have some recap on the ingredients up there on the screen for you, and I'll try to leave it as long as I can so you can either pause your player or whatever you got to do to you know, make sure that you know what we're talking about here, because I know we're moving a little fast. And we'll put that on there and let that simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes, just so that the onions are well cooked, all the ingredients are combined, and the flavor is good, and you can test it a little. If you want a little more salt, you can put a little more salt in it, a little bit of more chili powder. Now, I personally don't try to put too much chili powder in it, so that way whoever's eating it, if they like it a little spicier, they can just add a little bit on their own, you know. When this is all done, which it shouldn't take long to do, it's almost done now, then you can use that as a side. You know, just basically if somebody wants a little of that in there, that's good, and if they don't, that's good. But the basic thing here is if you add that to this right now, you get all that starch in there, and it won't, your flavor of your chili will be severely weakened. So, you know, you kind of want to do this and then do that. So that's pretty much it. And I appreciate you for coming by and you know, watching another episode of Fat Hippie 65 Channel's Cooking with the Phatty. And once again, here's Fish. He just got his tank cleaned. He's happy. He's been fed twice today, and he's sitting there eyeballing that chili. I know that he's thinking if he was just a human, he'd love to have a bowl of it, but he can't. So we'll probably just give him another sprinkle of his food, and he'll be cool. So, hello, Fish. Rock on. I'm glad you're happy about your tank. And that's about it. Of this in a bowl, so you can kind of expect what you'll look like. Now, it's not quite all the way done yet, but as you can see, it's a little bit weaker than some chilies that you might see. Some chilies, there's all different kinds of chilies. This has got more of a water broth base in it, but it's easier on people that have stomach problems. And this is the way my mom used to make it, because my dad, you know, he had problems with heartburn and stuff. And you know, but yet you could put a little, you know, you can add we used to add a little ketchup in there, and it gave it a little bit of a sweet taste. Or you can add a little bit of tomato sauce if you wanted to have a little more rich sauce type body to the soup. You can add more mexine. You can put hot red peppers, cayenne, paprika, whatever you want to do. You know, more salt and pepper to taste. But it's yours, and you make it however you want it, and it'll all be good. So, peace, we're out. Hey, I wish you a great week. Tune in to Fat Hippie 65, and God bless you. We'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.